Can I ask you first, what an extraordinary name. How did good luck come to be your name?
I don't know. I have to ask my father.
You don't know?
No.
Have you had good luck, and do you think you'll need more than good luck to face down the incredible array of challenges that's on your plate?
Well, the issue of good luck, I don't really believe that the good luck is an issue. But as a person, I've been facing a lot of challenges. What some people will attribute to good luck could have been disastrous under some circumstances.
Mm-hmm. Well, let me ask you this. You are now acting president because the president, Mr. Yar'Adua, is unwell.
Yes.
Have you seen him since he has come back from his medical absence in Saudi Arabia?
No, I've not seen him.
Why not?
Well, when somebody is seriously ill, though the president is a citizen of Nigeria, and by virtue of being a president, he's a public figure. But still, when you are seriously ill, we respect the opinion of your family. And if the thinking of the family is that they should insulate him from most of the key actors in government, I have not seen him. The Senate President has not seen him. The Speaker has not seen him. Another very senior government functionaries.
Doesn't that cause, when all the senior members of government, including yourself, doesn't that cause anxiety amongst the people?
It does. It does. Obviously, it does. But we cannot influence the family thinking.
Would you prefer that the family allowed you to visit him?
Yes, of course. But I will not want to force.
What is his actual state of health? This also is a mystery.
Can't exactly say. It's only the medical doctors that can.
Have they told you?
No, they haven't.
Have they made any public statement?
Not quite. Not now. At the beginning, yes, because immediately he left for Saudi Arabia. I think in the second week or so, or within the first week, we are told that he has acute pericarditis. After that, no other statement has been issued.
So if he can receive religious leaders, why can he not receive at least the acting president who's acting in his name?
Well, religious leaders are there for purpose of spiritual blessings. And probably that is why they ask the religious leaders to go and pray for him. Mm-hmm. We are a very, very religious society.
Do you believe that those around him, his family, his loyalists, are trying to undermine you or your new cabinet or your efforts as acting president?
I wouldn't say they were trying to undermine me because the laws of the land are very clear.
Do you think he will ever come back to government?
I can't say that. It's difficult for any of us as mortals to say so.
So you are now acting president and you have essentially a year because elections will be held this time, 2011.
Yes.
What is your most pressing issue?
The most pressing issue for Nigeria now, in terms of basic infrastructure, is power. But outside power...
You mean electricity?
Electricity. But outside that, what is central to the minds of Nigerians now is an election that their votes will count, free and fair elections, because we've been accused of a country that our elections are somehow questioned. And I promise Nigerians that they will surely get that, and I've done some experiments. The next thing that Nigerians get worried is about issues of corruption. Now, we've been accused of people who have privileged position in government, amassing wealth at the expense of society. So they expect us to take these issues seriously.
So what can you do to take those issues seriously? Obviously, the issue of good governance, of free elections, free of corruption, is central. And you heard the United States has also said just now that you must remove the head of the Election Commission, Mr. Maurice Iwu. Will you do that?
You see, the issue of the electoral body, the issue is that whether the present electoral body, we call the Independent Electoral Commission, INEC, can conduct free and fair election or not. And I told them that, yes, they can, because I've done it with the same people. But issue of the people in INEC, I told them that, look, between now and the ending of June, most of the officials at the national level, they are called commissioners, their tenure will end. And we are going to review them on individual merit. And the people we feel cannot go back. We have to replace them.
Do you think he will stay or will he be removed? That's something that the U.S.
I think that is among the commissioners at the center that their tenure will end by June this year.
So he will be out by June.
All of them will review. And any one of them that we feel is not competent, definitely.
Do you feel that Mr. Iwu is competent?
No. I know that this question continues to come up. But I said that the issue is beyond Mr. Iwu.
I know, but I'm specifically talking about him because it's come up in your meetings with U.S. officials.
Yes, I agree that within the period that he's chairing INEC, there are quite a number of controversies. I agree. There are quite a number of concerns. There are quite a number of controversies. There are a number of, the perception is that the feeling back home and in the international community is that he cannot conduct free and fair elections. So I know, but I'm telling you that this very EU, I'm not trying to hold brief for him. The EU we are talking about has conducted a few elections. These past 3 elections have made reference to that are credible. So the issue is, because the issue is beyond EU, because we must set up an electoral system and our regulations and laws that will make sure that anybody who is appointed to that office should be able to conduct acceptable elections. And that is my focus.
Okay. Will you run in 2011? Will you present yourself as a presidential candidate?
For now, I don't want to think about it. I came in as a vice president to run with President Yar'Adua. Of course, getting close to the period of election, he took ill. And I have to take over under somewhat controversial circumstances. Only last week, I reconstructed the cabinet. So let us see how Nigeria will move forward first. If the country is not moving, what will I tell Nigeria I want to contest? Yes, I'm a politician. I will be interested in politics since I'm still relatively young.
But the reason I ask you is because...
but I cannot even tell myself now. I must assess myself.
I
You
understand.
cannot just wake up and say you want to contest an election to be the president of a country. First of all, you must see, can you really bring the dividends of democracy? So I've just set up a cabinet. I have given ourselves some 3 months, after which we review ourselves. And I used to tell people, look, if I'm not satisfied with what is happening, why should my business talk about election?
Well, I'm asking you because there is this informal agreement amongst various locations, north and south, which has been closely followed, about taking turns at the presidency and that power must shift. For instance, Mr. Yar'Adua, who is from the north, has not even finished 1 term, and he should have a 2nd term, according to your informal agreements. You're from the south. Yes. So it's kind of not your turn. So that's why I'm asking you, and everybody's very interested as to whether you will present yourself for elections.
Yes, those interests are there. I have been a part of a lot of meetings in the ruling party. Though even the concept of that north and south divide, actually an arrangement within the ruling party, is not, so, but basically the issue of whether I will contest or not. I used to say that if I contest the elections in Nigeria are not only the presidency election, except I say, oh, must you contest as the next president of Nigeria? There are options for me if I want to contest election. I can recontest as a vice president to anybody. I can contest as the president because the laws allow me. But that is not my own priority now. My priority now is to see how, within this little period left, what impact can we show.
But let me just get something straight. You say that you can conduct, and it's possible that you will contest. Yes? It's possible that you will contest them.
These are options. I don't want to think about it.
One other question on elections. Mr. Ibrahim Babangida, former Nigerian military leader who seized power essentially and ruled for about 8 years in the late 80s and 90s, says that he wants to contest them again in 2011. Is that acceptable?
He's very free. There is no law stopping Babangida from contesting. Babangida and any other military head of state is very free to contest.
What would that say about modern Nigeria?
It depends on the people. And that's why we say that, yes, it depends on I will say that the vote of the people must count. Babangida is a leader that has been head of affairs for the country for about 8 years plus, just like you've said. Babangida has his friends. He has done some good jobs, even though some people may see. Nobody will be a leader that people will not see you from both left and right. But as an individual, Babangida is very free to contest the presidency. Other military leaders are interested in contesting the presidency, not only Babangida, and they are all free. On that 11th day, Nigerians' votes will count. It's not me.